Hello everyone, welcome to Tole Vole and welcome to a super beautiful cozy scarf video, which is also very quick to make, by the way. I crocheted it with a nice large needle, used the yarn double, and then it was done really quickly. A beautiful treble crochet pattern with a great arch, and I'll show you exactly how it's done now. Have a lot of fun with it. So my dears, let's get started with the Scaffy yarn here from Line brand. We have the logo here and the yarn is called Cream and Black. We have a gray tone here that becomes relatively light but not actually white or cream colored. Instead, it always stays in a slightly mottled tone. We have 8 and 26 as the article number here. These are 150 grams per skein, 255 grams per skein, 80 meters of running length, 78% acrylic and 22% wool. I will crochet it double. It is recommended for 6.5 needles. I will use my 10 needle here for the double thickness. And yes, those are the basic details about this yarn. I am now going to take off the label, grab the thread from the outside and then from the inside. I hope that I find it as easily and quickly as possible. And here, not to pull out half the ball, let's see. Unfortunately, quite a lot has come out now. Let's have a look. But here it does give a considerably better impression. I can then find the center, the second start quite quickly. So the ball is opened once from the inside, once from the outside. And you see inside I actually have the lighter tone. And on the outside I'm at almost black right now, so I'm working with both threads together. The wool is set aside and I now have the beginning threads on the needle, and I start by making a chain of stitches. As a base, 8. I take 8 twice. I have 16 stitches and I add 2 more edge stitches. And then depending on how wide the whole thing should be, either you take, well, 8 is a bit little, I already take double that, then we are at 16, or then at 24, and then accordingly always larger, and then always add 2 more for the edge stitches. So there are 18 stitches for me, 16 as a base and 2 for the edge. I already have 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. This is how wide the whole thing will be. Super nice. It also comes together very, very well. I skip the first stitch, insert into the second one and crochet a single crochet. Then the next 3 stitches are skipped directly. I yarn over and begin crocheting double crochets, 3 in total. I already have 1, 2, 3 chain stitches, and I stay in the same stitch and crochet 3 more double crochets. So I'm crocheting a total of 6 double crochets here in 1 stitch with a central chain stitch in between. So 2 and number 3. So I have now crocheted this pretty arc. I take a bit more yarn, skip another 3 chain stitches below, go into the 4th stitch, crochet a single crochet, skip another 3 stitches and crochet the whole thing again. And by again I mean double crochet again, specifically 6 in 1 stitch, 3 double crochets, then a chain stitch in the middle and 3 double crochets again. I have it lying here now. Then I'll go over here once, 1, 2, 3. And crochet a single crochet into the last stitch, into the 4th stitch that I have here. So I'll sum it up for you again. I cast on 18 stitches, 8 as a base, 2 times 8, 16, plus 2 edge stitches, so 18 stitches in total. Then I skipped 1 stitch and crocheted a single crochet here directly, skipped 3 stitches, crocheted 6 double crochets with a central chain stitch, skipped 3 chain stitches, crocheted 1 single crochet, skipped 3 chain stitches, crocheted 6 double crochets again and again the central chain stitch, then skipped another 3 chain stitches and made another single crochet. So this is what my first row looks like now, and then it starts again with the next row, and for that I now start with a chain of air stitches, specifically with 3 air stitches. Then I turn the whole thing around once and crochet 3 double crochets into the single crochet I have right here. 1, number 2, and number 3. Then I go into the chain stitch I have up here and crochet a single crochet into it. Then it goes over the arch here to the single crochet of the previous row. There I crochet the shell pattern again, specifically 3 double crochets, a chain stitch and another 3 double crochets. 3 double crochets, then follow the chain stitch. I have already crocheted the chain stitch, and then follow the last 3 double crochet stitches, number 2 and number 3. Then it goes up over the loop again. I have the chain stitch of the previous row here. Around it goes a single crochet. Then I have the 3 double crochets here, and it goes here. Continue in the outer single crochet, and there I crochet 4 double crochets, 1, 2, number 3 and number 4. This is how my second row looks now, and I'll summarize it for you again. I started here on the outside with 3 chain stitches and 3 double crochets. Then over here onto the second row, into the loop of the previous row, a single crochet, then into the single crochet of the previous row, 3 double crochets, a chain stitch and another 3 double crochets, so 6 double crochets, then again a single crochet around the chain stitch of the previous row, and then I had already arrived at the outside again. There I have here had the single crochet. There I crocheted 4 double crochets again and then finished with this row. Let's continue with row number 3. For that I take a chain stitch, turn the whole thing around, and now crochet a single crochet onto the last double crochet of the previous row. Then it continues here in the single crochet, and there I now crochet 6 double crochets with a central chain stitch. And now I am at the position of the first row. I will show you what I mean by that. Here I have the arc of the first row. Here I am working on the arch of the third row. So you see there are always the 2 different rows, the even and the odd rows. Right now I am in an odd row, the third one. I am crocheting my double crochets here, and in the odd rows I have 2 of these arcs. The first and the second one here, I have it lying here. In the even rows I have these half loops lying here on the outside and a central arch, and then here again the outer arch halfway. And that is precisely the difference between the 2 rows, either even or odd rows here, I am crocheting again in the odd row in the third row, the single crochet here on the arch of the previous row around the chain stitch, and then I work my second arch consisting of 6 double crochet, 3 chain stitches and 3 more. With that, I have also completely crocheted the second arc here, coming out to the chain stitch. That was the start of my second row, and around there I crochet a single crochet, and here you can see the entire third row crocheted, starting with the single crochet. And now another straight row follows, set up like the second one. I start with 3 chain stitches. Crochet 3 double crochet into the single crochet of the previous row, and with that I have finished my half border arc. So I have it here, then it goes over here. I insert around the chain stitch of the previous row, crochet a single stitch there, then go into the single stitch of the previous row and crochet 6 double crochet stitches there, 3 chain stitches and another 3, 1. Two and 3, then it goes around the chain stitch again, single crochet, and I come back out to the single crochet of the previous row. There I crochet my border stitches again, and they consist of 4 double crochet stitches. And then I'll show you the crocheted piece after 4 rows. So I've crocheted some of the arches. Here in the first row I have one thing here, number 1 and number 2. Then in the second row a central arc. In the fourth row also a central arc. I have that here. Here I have row number 3, an arc here on the right side, an arc on the left side, and I have here my 4 half arches each go into the even rows, and the pattern continues in the same way now. And of course my colors change again accordingly. I'll keep you updated and of course show you a nice update soon. So my dears, I now have the first update for you, and we have had a very noticeable change in color here. The yarn has turned gray together, so the color development was the same for both threads to this shade of gray, and then back once to black and to the lighter shade of gray. Super nice, completely even. So we have the change here that it was a bit darker here it was a bit lighter, and now the whole thing will repeat again, and I'm of course going to crochet quite a bit further. So dear ones, I've almost crocheted over the entire ball by now. I'll show you the scarf as it progresses. So I started here with the 2 colors, then it became more uniform, then the colors ran apart again, and I had the light gray again, and then the almost black part, then it got lighter again, going into a lighter, more uniform gray, and then I had a transition area again, and now it's going back into the darker gray. However, I don't have much yarn left and have thought of something special for the last row, and indeed it will not be enough for 2 more complete arcs here. I had already started here with single crochet. So I am here in a row where I have single crochet on the outside and the arches inside, and I am making the arches a bit smaller, and will actually crochet 3 double crochets into each single crochet of the previous row. So 1, 2, 3 I have here now. This will be my final row. Then I have the chain stitch here again, which I'm crocheting around. What you can see quite well now is that it is a bit more stretched than usual, but it actually works quite well for this finishing edge with a straight row. The same happens here again, 3 double crochets, 1, 2 and 3, and then I close everything here with a single crochet around the small chain of air stitches and have then crocheted my final row. You can see it lying here again. I hope it's not too dark, so I stretch it a little apart, then you can definitely see it better. Here I have the 3 double crochets, the single crochet, and then again the 3 double crochets, creating a straight edge at the top. And I'll show you the entire scarf again. I just pull the yarn out here once. You see there isn't much left. Here, in fact, I closed off the end as I started with 2 open threads. So the thread doesn't have an end here, but simply continues on. And here you see, as I said, the scarf again, it ends with the dark gray. Then I have both colors here. Once the light gray, this area, then again both colors, and then here somewhat darker. And at the beginning, I also had both colors, so a really beautiful color play, super cozy, super soft, and also a really nice pattern with those arcs. And very easy to crochet because you simply insert into the single crochets that are crocheted around the chain stitches. Really nice, and I hope you all enjoyed it and had fun. If that's the case, leave a thumbs up, subscribe, don't forget to activate the bell, and we'll see each other next time. Bye, great yarn, see you, bye.